got you updated. This is Radio Manzi News in English.
You are tuned to Radio Imanzi broadcasting from Kigali. Here is the news in English, brought to you by Fiona Umuganwa. The headlines. President Paul Kagame this afternoon received letters of credence from new ambassadors. The Rwandan High Commission in the United Kingdom has petitioned the University of Edinburgh to distance itself from the rector Deborah Kayembe, who recently infuriated many with tweets which are a blatant denial of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Regional leaders on Friday joined Kenyans in mourning former President Mwai Kibaki following the announcement of his death. Now the news in detail. President Paul Kagame this afternoon received letters of credence from new ambassadors Kevin Colgan of the Republic of Ireland, Katarina Zufa-Ledinova of the Slovak Republic, and Andriy Pravednik of Ukraine. President Kagame also received letters of credence. President Kagame also received letters of credence from new High Commissioners Christopher Thornley of the Dominion of Canada, Isatu Aminata Bundu of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Jasper Singh of the Republic of Singapore, Michael Ian Upton of New Zealand. President Paul Kagame also received credentials from new ambassadors Abdi Mahamoud Ebe of the Republic of Djibouti and Monica de Grief Lindo of the Republic of Colombia. The Rwandan High Commission in the United Kingdom has petitioned the University of Edinburgh to distance itself from the rector, Deborah Kayembe, who recently infuriated many with tweets which are a blatant denial of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Kayembe in a tweet espoused the double genocide theory by claiming that the genocide was orchestrated by President Paul Kagame, a comment that infuriated many, especially coming at a time the country is commemorating 28 years after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Rwanda's High Commissioner to the UK, Johnston Busingye, wrote an official letter to the principal of the Scottish University this Friday, Professor Peter Matheson, condemning the genocide denial and misinformation exhibited by Kayembe. The letter read, "I'm writing in reference to recent social media posts shared by the rector of the University of Edinburgh, Deborah Kayembe. After the first tweet on 14th April was deleted, Ms. Kayembe sent a second tweet on 19th April which reasserted the statement shared in the first. He wrote, today an apology tweet has been sent which neither apologizes nor withdraws the comments, but rather states the opinions are not that of the university, but are Ms. Kayembe's own personal opinions. She realizes her comments were hurtful and disrespectful without acknowledging why. Strangely, she addresses all Rwandans and then adds the Tutsi community around the world. Busingye further said that Rwanda took note of the two online responses from the university that the statements are Kayembe's personal opinion. Rwanda's envoy emphasized that on a public platform, personal opinion does not constitute a carte blanche, particularly when the opinions shared are blatantly denying genocide and spreading misinformation. He wrote, if similar views on the planning and execution of the Holocaust were expressed, personal opinion would not be a sufficient excuse, and the university would be prompted to intervene. In the letter, Busingye gave a detailed account of the genocide, pointing out that statements made by Kayembe did not only anger Rwandans and friends of Rwanda, but they also want the university to disassociate itself from her. They also want the university to take action and ensure that Kayembe does not impart her repugnant ideas on the university and student community. Farmers in Mimuri sector, Nyagatare district, are requesting that the Mimuri market renovation work be expedited in that it be restored to its former location, as it has been temporarily relocated in the middle of the community farms, causing yield damage due to the large number of farmers. Executive Secretary of Mimuri sector, Andrew Ndamaje, assured the farmers that the construction work on the market would be completed by the end of May 2022 and they would be able to resume work there. So far, 90% of the construction work on the Mimuri market has been completed, and this market is typically one of the major markets in Nyagatare district due to the large number of traders. Lieutenant General Muhoozi, Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Operations and Commander of Land Forces of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, has revealed some of the topics of discussions with President Paul Kagame during his first visit to Rwanda, including the dismissal of any security official in his country fighting Rwanda. General Muhoozi, who often uses his Twitter handle to express views on issues, including relations with Rwanda, has posted a message detailing topics of discussions with President Paul Kagame during his first visit. He tweeted, "The first day I reconnected with my uncle 3 months ago, I promised him a number of things. First of all, as Commander of Land Forces UPDF, my army would never attack Rwanda. Secondly, no security official of Uganda who fights Rwanda would retain his job. More to follow." Since he was involved in the process to restore relations to normal, Lieutenant General Muhoozi has been warning Rwanda's dissidents that they have no place in Rwanda. We shall continue with some items of international news after the advertisement.
Are you looking for the best language interpreting services for your next meeting, training workshop, or forum, in person or remotely? Look no further. Gemini Multimedia Limited offers high-quality and professional interpreting and document translation services in various fields of expertise. Based on the International Association of Conference Interpreters, AIC, and with a team of professionals with more than 10 years of experience in the field, you can rely on us for a smooth running of your next event. Locate Gemini Multimedia Limited on KG14 Avenue 258 between Kagugu Health Center and Fawe Girls School. You can also call us on 0790-719-909 or visit www.geminimultimedia.org. Gemini Multimedia Limited. Speak clearly. Listen reliably.
Some items of international news on Radio Imanzi.
Regional leaders on Friday joined Kenyans in mourning former President Mwai Kibaki following the announcement of his death. At a press conference today, Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta announced that the former head of state had died and said that Kenya would observe a period of national mourning until Kibaki is buried. Condolence messages streamed in from leaders in Kenya and beyond, with most of them praising Kibaki for his leadership of the country. President Paul Kagame paid tribute to the former Kenyan president in a tweet saying, "My sincere condolences to the people of Kenya and to the family of President Kibaki. His dedication to the economic transformation of Kenya and his work towards regional integration will be remembered for many generations. The people of Rwanda stand with Kenya during this time." East African leaders issued a warning to armed groups in the Democratic Republic of Congo, urging them to choose dialogue or be considered enemies of all. Gathering in Nairobi, President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, Felix Tshisekedi of DRC, Evariste Ndayishimiye of Burundi, Rwandan Foreign Minister Vincent Biruta agreed to have armed groups hold dialogue with the government of DRC or be annihilated militarily. The decision was issued on Thursday in a joint communique after the leaders met under what is known as the Heads of State Conclave on the DRC, the first consulted effort by members of the East African community to have armed groups in eastern DRC end the violence. The main hospital in Ethiopia's war-ravaged region of Tigray has sent home 240 patients after food supplies ran out last week. The decision by Ede Referral Hospital in Tigray's capital, Mekele, underscores how little food aid is reaching the region, despite the government's declaration in March of a unilateral truce to allow aid deliveries. Mali's ruling military has announced the launch of a 2-year transition process before elections are held in defiance of West African bloc partners. Choguel Maïga, the prime minister installed by Mali's military, said they cannot go below 24 months unless they decide to postpone or not to carry out certain actions until the end. However, ECOWAS still wants elections held in no more than 16 months, and Maïga said discussions continue with the regional grouping. A high-level diaspora forum was held in Accra, the Ghanaian capital, on advocating for the recognition of the diversity and cultural contributions of people of African descent to the development of societies around the world. Convened by the United Nations Population Fund, it had in attendance high-profile personalities including Natalia Kamen, UN Under-Secretary General, United Nations Population Fund Executive Director, Costa Rican Vice President Epsi Campbell Barr, and her Ghanaian counterpart Mahamoud Bawumia. Somalia's Foreign Minister Abdisaid Muse Ali escaped unhurt following a Thursday evening attack in Galkayo town in Puntland, 750 kilometers north of Somali capital Mogadishu. The minister claimed it was an attempt on his life, and reports from the town indicate that armed confrontations erupted at a compound owned by clan elder Yassin Abdisamad, who had hosted the minister and his family for iftar, the evening fast-breaking ritual in the holy month of Ramadan.
Economic news is a regular feature on Radio Imanzi.
The Rwanda Stock Exchange Market Report of today. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 1,034,400 Rwandan francs from 21,100 shares traded in 2 deals on the equities market, while the fixed income market remained quiet. I&M Bank counter closed at 44 Rwandan francs. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 884,400 Rwandan francs from 20,100 shares traded in 1 deal. Breadgo closed the counter at 150 Rwandan francs. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 150,000 Rwandan francs from 1,000 shares traded in one deal. Bank of Kigali closed the counter at 250 Rwandan francs, Simirwa at 120 Rwandan francs, M10 Rwanda at 180 Rwandan francs, Equity Bank at 440 Rwandan francs, Kenya Commercial Bank at 370 Rwandan francs, National Media Group at 1,200 Rwandan francs, Uchuri Supermarket at 104 Rwandan francs, and RH Buffalo closed the counter at 526 Rwandan francs as the market closed. The currency market review of today. The Kenyan shilling buying price was 8.7 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 8.9. Tanzanian shilling buying price was 0.43 and the selling price was 0.44. Ugandan shilling buying price was 0.28 and the selling price was 0.29. Burundian franc buying price was 0.49 and the selling price was 0.5. The US dollar buying price was 1,900 francs and the selling price was 1,029. The British pound buying price was 1,315 and the selling price was 1,342. The euro buying price was 1,095 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 1,117 Rwandan francs. With that, we come to the end of tonight's edition.